Morning. Just giving it a few minutes. Got two people in. Good morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Get some iced coffee there. Hope you're doing good. Good morning, Detroit in the house. What's going on, brother? Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. I'll turn the flute, native music down a little bit. What's up, Josh? It's your boy, Just Josh. Good morning, brother. Well, we made it to Sunday, right? So, I should give it a couple minutes before we get people in. 5x5, 5x5. Thank you. I always hear other channels do that. The bigger channels, like, let me know if it's 5x5. So, I'll have to dig into why they asked that or why 5x5. I guess because it's picture perfect, even. I guess. So, anyway, I appreciate y'all being here. Not last week, yesterday was a good chat, man. We went on for about 80 minutes, 88, 86 minutes. So, like, damn. So, 20 minutes turns into like 40 minutes, and then 40 minutes turns into an hour, and then I'm like, shit, I gotta go. So, I figured Sunday, not too much going on. It's not too early in the morning. I usually like to come out here when it's super early because it's a lot cooler. So, let me know if you can hear me. Let me take this thing off. So, just to keep my cool here. So, we made it to Sunday. Everyone's alive still. The world has not gone to shit. So, how's everyone doing today? Anybody want to start off the conversation? Heading to work. Oh man. All right, Shondo. Well, I appreciate you stopping by though. Just Josh, what's going on, brother? It's a 5 out of 5 sound. One. Okay, makes sense. Thank you, Detroit, for the educational info. I appreciate it. Now I know. So 5 out of 5 sounds. Check. Picture check. And action red. So I put up a new target yesterday. I think I uploaded that. If not, I'll upload the video later. It's like 40-second video. But I got a new target because the other ones was all torn to shit. So I was just beating the hell out of it, just throwing these knives and stuff. And I think this one, this big chopper right here did it. It was butcher throwing knife. But yeah, and then I'm gonna do a little bit cleaning up later today, or this morning, or maybe I'll do it this evening. So I'm sore yesterday from just doing that target and doing some other yard work. But man, I'm getting older and shit. So, but I'm blessed. So doing paperwork, listening to you, brother. Oh, Holy World was looking at. It was, and I'll tell you this because I won't repeat this on a regular video. I went into my local fishing store, right? And of course, it was all laid out. I was like, what's going on? So it must be a nationwide thing that they're doing. And sorry for the shaky camera. It's because I actually have a fan blowing back there, so it's like moving it. So it's not me moving it on purpose. But I went up to one young employee and I said, ma'am, she was a young girl. You weren't even a ma'am. And I said, are y'all remodeling the store? And of course, I had my mask on. And she said, huh? And I'm like, are y'all remodeling the store? And she was, oh yeah. And I said, are y'all getting ready for like online purchases? Or she was, no. She young. She had no clue. She's, you try to talk to this generation, and some things just don't click. And it's like, if it's not about TikTok or like Instagram or, who's the latest artist, they have no clue. I was messaging a buddy this morning about arcades. For all you out there that are my age or older, you remember the arcades at the mall? And I remember going to a local mall in town, and they had an ice skating ring and all that there. And they had an arcade, a food court, and all that. And it was like recent. I mean, at that time, it was newly built, the food court, because arcades had been there forever. They remodeled everything, but I remember going to the arcade as a kid, and we would take the city bus sometimes to get there from the neighborhood. And I'd meet up with my friends or whatever, we would just walk around the mall, just walk and walk. And we see the same shit. It's just wanted to see if there were any girls out there, or like some chicks that we could talk to, right? You know how boys do. I used to go to the mall just for, exactly. And I remember going to the arcades to play video games, right? But I remember having like so many quarters in my pocket, so much cash, and boy, I try to make that money stretch, right? And you know, when you're down to your last couple of quarters, you're like, do I want to play this game or that game? You know, which game is going to last longer on the quarters? You know, now I think, of course, now everything's digital, right? You buy the little cards, playing cards, or kids just play at the house on Fortnite. Stores are stores here are full to the rim. Bought dog food yesterday. Grocery store. Well, that's good. I mean, that's good news, right? I mean, we all want. None of us really want shit hits the fan, and I'll talk about that in a second. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. But let me finish my arcade thing, and that was just that, you know, we try to make their money stretch, right? And we'd play games and we'd walk around, then we'd go back and play games, and we'd go walk around and see if we could meet any girls or anything. And I was never the handsome guy of the group. It was always my buddy. He'd always pick up the chicks, man, left and right. I'm like, man, how do you do that? He's like, I don't know. I just flirt with them. I was like, I can't do that. I can't. I gotta be real and shit. And maybe I was too serious. I've always been the same person, even back then. But anyway, I remember those were good times. And my friend was saying, man, these kids nowadays, when they want to meet up, they don't meet up at the mall. They just meet up online in Fortnite. Like, hey, I'm getting online. Jump on too. And it's like, and it's the world we live in, right? But I was thinking about, of course, shit hits the fan, right? And just everything that we've seen, right? And it's like it fluctuates. Shit hits the fan, fluctuates with the market, right? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And, you know, today's one of those days where everything is calm and cool and collective, no major news. And then some days out of nowhere, it's like shit just starts popping off. It's like there was a shooting over here, there was a shooting over here. Africa has riots. Cuba, I saw a video on TikTok, and somebody was saying that there's thousands of boats 100 miles away from the coastline of Cuba with armed people that they were going to the island to, I guess, have their little revolution or start shooting the Cuban police. I pray every day today is not the day. I have a pretty high bar. South Africa's still popping. Wow. Detroit, I agree. Shondo, glad you're still here. Yeah, it's still popping over there because I saw another video on YouTube. But my thing is like, it's crazy, the world. You know, it's like one day it's like back to back, shit is the fan. Delta numbers are rising. Then they got these new strains, and then it's like, and then it's quiet. And then 2 days later, there's a shooting in this city and that city. And it's like, man, what the hell is going on? It gets overwhelming, right? But I think, and I was thinking this morning, I think the reason why a lot of us, I mean, I think we're all guilty, right? All preppers, anyone that's into zombie apocalypse, prepping, you're preparing for whatever. At some point in your mind, the thought crosses. You may not say the words out, but the thought crosses your mind. I wish a motherfucker would. You know, it's like, I wish shit would pop off just for a couple days, you know, just to reset everything. I think we've all thought about that. We've all thought about a reset. And I think that shit is the fan gives a lot of people the hope for change, because change is not going to happen on its own. Again, I'm not saying I really want shit is the fan. I think about it at times. I think, am I ready? Can I do this? Sure, I can, but for how long? That's the $1 million question, right? How long can you actually survive shit hits the fan? And so I think for a lot of us who get frustrated, who are preppers, who are 2A activists, people that just are red, white, and blue, diehard, red-blooded Americans, people that want to see a thriving economy, good politicians, right? We you know, at the end of the day, we cast our vote, we hope for the best, and when we see politicians being corrupted or dictating or trying to control us more and more, we get frustrated. And so the only way we see out of this situation is for a shit hits the fan scenario. Like, it's going to take a shit hits the fan scenario for us to actually get to a better place. I think that's what we're thinking. I can't speak for everyone. I'm just assuming if you're like me and you prepare and you're watching movies and you're always thinking about what if scenarios, I only can assume there are other people that think like me. Not saying I'm right 100%. I'm just saying that I think that we all, a little bit inside our crosses our mind. We hope for shit hits the fan so that we can see a reset, so we can see some of the shitty people gone from this earth, so we can see, so we can prove to others there is a better way, and the way we're going is really effed up. Let me go back on this. I'm not trying to skip anyone's. I have a small audience base, so I can do this, so I can take time to read everyone's. Okay, so Josh said, yep, any real chance is going to take cracking some eggs. I agree, brother. Detroit said, Red, you think the 1.3 billion or 1.35 billion cameras in people's pockets and platforms to share videos makes a little. I think so. I think because everything is on the home front, right? I mean, you, me, our neighbor, whoever, we can be journalists, right? We can be boots on the ground. We can report, hey, this is happening live. We don't have to wait for the news media to get, listen to the scanner, get a crew ready, get on the truck, head down there. 20 minutes have gone by. We can be the boots on the ground as cameramen, right? And women. So the news is more exposed today, and in this day and era, whether we're talking, 3 years ago, 5 years ago with our cameras, everything is so exposed that we're able to see all these events. Now, growing up, if you're my age, I'm 46, or if you're close to my age, I'm sure you grew up in the same era. We didn't have cell phones. I mean, we didn't have streaming videos. We didn't have the internet. So we had to wait for our news stations to come on, right? It was news stations, 44, okay, gotcha. So you had to wait for either the morning news, 12 o'clock news, or the 5 o'clock news, and then sometimes it'd be 6 o'clock. Or breaking news, right? So there was gaps in those time frames. You weren't exposed to all the news media. Nowadays, we're exposed to it 24/7. I mean, you can turn on the video now. You can go to YouTube, type in any category you want, which is what I do. I'll do South Africa riots, or Cuba crisis, or Delta variant, or conspiracy, whatever. And then all these videos pop up on my feed. I can do a search by just the day or by the last hour. I can do it by breaking news. So, we're exposed to it 24/7, that it does become overwhelming. And I spend probably a little bit too much time keeping up with the news than I should. At the same time, I do live my life. I don't have an exciting life. I'm married. Kids are growing up. I'm a grandpa now, so you can call me Grandpa Red. But, I try to make time for everything, right? To throw knives, build projects, clean up the yard, watch some TV. But I try to stay busy. I do some paintings and shit, when I can. Nothing fancy, but I mean, I try to stay busy. And when I get bored with that, I go on to something else. But it's like I'm filling a void in my life that I have time. Not everybody has time. People say it's overwhelming. Some people would rather, go ride the dirt bikes, or go shoot pool, or go to the bar or something. So, but anyway, hope that answers your question. So it says I got 2 people. It keeps jumping up and down. I swear this YouTube thing. It's like one person's watching, 2 people watching, 3 people watching, 1 person watching. So I'm like, it's crazy. I don't know if you guys can say, I don't think you can, but on my end it says 2 people watching, 14 minutes, 52 seconds. So yeah, the world is a crazy place. And, I do these videos, and for anyone that's still watching, my channel has I've been around since 2013. My channel has steadily grown, right? I'm not complaining. I'm kind of explaining my take on this. My channel has slowly grown. BJ, hello, top of the morning to you. Or BJ, yes. And says 3 on my end. Okay, cool. 3 is cool. I mean, it gets crazy because I don't know if someone left or not. But I'll say this. I am consistent on videos, right? I pop those videos out daily. And they may be random stuff. I saw one of my videos, I did a short video. It was like less than a minute. It was painting a moon. I must have got like 1,000 views on that little short video. 1,000. And I'm just thinking, I can't even get like barely 30 people watching my regular videos because it's politics, knife throwing, woodwork, painting, whatever. It's funny how certain videos will just hit a market. And I figured out, and Josh, I'll go back on your comment in a second, but I figured out that places like TikTok, right? It's a dance driven platform. Funny, stupid shit videos. That's what sells on that market. And dancing videos, if you're not saying those keywords, like or this word or conspiracy or whatever, right? Those certain words you can't say. People always say, I can't say the word. I can't say the word because my channel will be demonetized. On dance videos, they're not saying anything, right? They're just dancing and shit, doing the little TikTok video and all that. So those channels never get banned. They never get hit. They never get the responses that you and I would do on videos to like report something or talk about something or give your opinion, which is free speech. There is no dance speech, dance constitution, written. So channels like that, they never get hit. They never get demonetized. They never get. So those channels thrive. So there's obviously certain topics that just. I mean, you do rainbows and kitty cats and paintings and dance videos and shit, or you do stupid shit videos. Like, how the hell do they have 5,000 view times? And it's like the stupidest thing. I'm like, I don't understand, but stupid people, stupid does, right? Stupid is, stupid does. Stupid people watch stupid videos. So that should tell you the number of stupid people out there watching videos that they're just dumb. They make no sense. And I'm like, so maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do something really stupid so I get a lot of views. But like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So let me go back on your comment, Josh. Second LD, August, September. Oh, okay. So you're asking me. Are you asking me or you're telling me? Or you're just putting that out there? Josh said second LD, which that's just code word for abbreviation, August. For some reason, I've said this like 2 times on 2 other videos, maybe 3. I'm gonna say September 19th. That's my prediction date. I don't know why the 19th just sticks in my head. September 19th. Around that time. I may not be on the money, but my money's betting on. Okay. That's just a guess. But if I had to say more of a general, like August or September, I'm gonna say September. And the reason for that, I could be wrong. August, all the kids go back to school, right? So when you have more people go out there, like I think the 4th of July really popped everything off. There were so many people traveling. Everybody was tired. Everybody wanted to get out. Everybody was mingling. There's videos of people right here at the clubs and the beaches and shit. That's what popped everything off. So now everyone's back, kind of like regrouping, like, oh shit, I'm gonna stay home. Sorry about the camera moving. The next event for everyone to get out again will be school. And then the numbers will go up so high that they're gonna say, okay, everyone stay home. So I'm saying September, that's my guess. Just the month of September. I'm not watching you dance, Grandpa Red. Oh man, come on, Detroit. Man, I was about to just, I was about to do the robot on you. I'm just kidding, brother. I'm just kidding. I'm just having fun with you, man. I may have to go cut that. Let me go move that fan. I'll be right back. After these messages, I'll be right back. All right, I had to spray my legs again. Man, the things I do for videos, like this is the best place. This is my zone right here to be out here and just, let me give you a sneak peek. There's my hat holder right there. So I got the, all right, I think that should be good. So I put the fan down lower so it shouldn't be bothering y'all. Asking. Do the robot. Yeah, my little my youngest daughter, she she was a dancer or whatever. Not, I mean, dancer at the school. Don't get me wrong. She was always into like the pep squad, the cheerleader, and all that stuff. But as a kid, she always would watch High School Musical and dance or whatever. But she used to crack me up. She goes, "Dad, Dad," and she would like this, right? She goes, "Dad," and then she goes. I was like, I would laugh so much. I don't know why that just made me laugh. I was just like, "You doing the robot?" She goes, "Yeah, Dad, Dad, watch, watch," and she'd be like, "Yeah, man. Accept who you are, man. Not everybody can be a dancer. Not everybody can be the coolest Fonzarelli motorcycle riding in America. So some people got it, some people don't, and I don't have that. So I accept that. I'm not them. They're not me. So that is funny. You know, Josh. You know what's up. Yeah. Popping in, locking, popping in, locking. So, let's see what else. So we talked about that. What do you want to talk about? Give me a topic. Give me a topic. Come on, 5 people watching. Tell me what you want to talk about, and I will give you my 2 cents on that. So it is gonna be hot as shit. I can already feel the sun. Frank loves to dance. He is. Frank. Who's Frank? Is that your son? Yeah, I think as far as vacations go, guys, I think vacations are done. I think people have done their Fourth of July and they're like, "F that! I'm not going. I'm not going back out." Even plans have changed for my wife. We're plate carriers. Oh, okay, cool. Um, Plate carriers. I don't have any, brother. I don't. I actually put on a plate carrier. I went to a. I don't want to make this more hype than what it is. My son. Okay, cool. I went to a convention one time. It was like they had like EMT, police. I mean, this was years ago, a while back, and they had one of the armor SWAT trucks there, right? And so you can go inside and look at it, whatever, which is freaking awesome, man. You know, one of those SWAT tanks where they go into a scene that's bulletproof and all that. EMP soon. I'll talk about that in a second. Shondo, cool. Man, if an EMP happens right now in the summer, we're fucked. We're toast, dude. It's too freaking hot. Ever thought of getting one? I have. I've been thinking about getting one. But anyway, when I was at the convention center, they actually let you put on the SWAT jacket with the plates and shit, front and back. Dude, I'm not a big dude. I'm not a muscular dude. I, there's some dudes that are just built like fucking Hulk. I have a friend, the friend I was talking about earlier in the arcade. He's just jacked up. He just works out, just jacks up, jacks up. I call him Wolverine, but he's always doing the protein shakes and all kind of shit. So anyway, dude's always been jacked up. Anyway, I put that damn thing on. I think it was like 90 pounds, dude. I was like, how do you freaking walk around like that? Like, there's no, mine is heavy as hell. That's the thing is like, if you're, okay, here's my thought. I'm not an expert. Here's my thought based on what goes on in my head. If you're in a home defense situation, all right, I'm a little dude. Okay. No, you're a big dude. You're the big dude. But a home defense situation, I'm gonna take my house for advantage. For example, Josh, listen up, brother. In a last man standing, we're taking a stand here at the home front. It's do or die. It's I have to take a stand. I think the plate carrier situation is perfect, and I say that because listen up, like Hulk Hogan. I say that because, for example, you go look at your front door. Anyone watching? Some people have that little hallway. Somewhere have a half a hallway. In my situation, well, I'm not gonna talk about my house, but because I don't want people knowing the layout. But the front door, right? If I have to post in a position behind a wall, in front of the door directly, I would definitely, if I knew people were coming through and I had time to put some type of barrier, flip over a table, put some other objects behind that, and post behind it, or you're in your room and they're coming in or whatever, and you have time to set the scenario up. I think wearing the plate armor carrier, I think that is the best scenario to use that because it's heavy. Number one, how mobile are you going to be running and gunning with that shit on, right? But if you're in your house and you're like, there's nowhere for me to run, I'm making a stand, then you're going to fortify yourself. That is the perfect scenario to use that. But if you're going from point A to point B and possibly C and back to A, I don't know if you'd want to be carrying all that shit with you, you know? I don't see myself walking on running miles. That thing is heavy, dude. I mean, I don't own one, but I've worn one. The ones the SWATs have, front plate carrier and back, and then the vest on top of that shit is like, that was an easy like 90 pounds, dude. And I was like, look, I can't even move around. I was like, it's just ridiculous. You're better off having a bulletproof vest that's lightweight in a situation where you're going from point A to point B and C and back. That's my guess. I'm not an expert, but if I had to take a guess at it, I mean that's my take on it. I think you need support to run a carrier. Fortify your walls with bulletproof. Yep, I agree. I mean, if you can do that, Jesus, I think that's a perfect thing. I had a friend that told me he was ordering some support. What do they call for your door frame? Some the plates with the extra long screws. He was ordering those on Amazon because they sell them. Or you can actually, if you go to Amazon, you Google or you search on Amazon for reinforcement of your doors. They'll sell you hinges, locks, things that you can put at the bottom to stop the door from opening. Use extra long screws. Morning, y'all. Hey, Lucky. Morning to you. I should really say afternoon. But you can order that stuff. I mean, just depends. It's all about the money, how much you want to spend, your neighborhood. Um, I always think about this. If I lived in the ghetto, like just crack ghetto neighborhood, I would leave my house looking like shit on the outside, and then the inside it would be all nice and fixed up. I'd have a porch extend out from my front door, and I'd put bars on that shit so they'd have to get to the front door to get to my main door, or the bar door on the outside to get to my main door. And if I could do the same thing for the back, I would do that shit too. And I would have freaking dogs, at least two pit bulls or something, or German Shepherd, and of course shotgun. You can't go wrong with that. It's easy to maneuver, easy to load, reload. Uh, I mean, shotgun is going to be my go-to gun if I know I can, take out the threat. If it's multiple people, I mean, AR, AKs, you're probably your next bet because it's just the round count. So I picked up some smoke bombs from the firecracker stand, the little grenade ones or whatever. So I thought I'm gonna keep a couple of those. So I always keep shit like that just in case. A Roman candle if you gotta fire one off. One of my nephews like, "You crazy, man?" I'm like, "I'm just trying to think outside the box, play. I don't have money to go buy the real deal shit." So you gotta think outside the box, just to have on hand. You never know. I mean, I always keep extra rope. I keep extra whatever. Just exactly redo all your doors, all those. Pit bulls are not good against human threats. They are animal aggressive usually. You know what? German Shepherd. It doesn't have to be a pit bull. Good idea. Smoke bombs. Yeah, I mean, I know the pit bulls are real popular. I don't have any. I used to have a German Shepherd. He died already. My friend, the one that works out, he's had like pit bulls forever, dude. Those freaking things are a monster. Like I would not want to get bit by one of his dogs. But to each their own. You know your area best. You know what you're comfortable with. Yeah, if it's a German Shepherd, if it's a Doberman. Some people got chows. I used to have two chows, black chows. Man, they were two of my best dogs. Man, those guys were mean as you know what. Roman candles are good defense tool. Hey, nobody wants to get shot by a Roman candle. I don't care how badass you are. You point that shit at someone's face and you see that. As kids, we used to go out to the country and have firecracker wars. I don't know if any of y'all ever did that, where you get your cousins together or whoever friends, right? You split everybody up. You get two captains, and they're like, "I'll take so and so. I'll take red. I'll take Just Josh, I'll take Detroit, I'll take, and then you got your team, right? And then you go on opposite ends of the streets, and whenever you say go or whatever, you start fucking firing rockets and Roman candles and shit. I had a 25 missile. That was like a square type. It was 25 missiles, and the things would come out. They're like, shoo, shoo. I mean, they were like sidewinders, right? Well, I had that in my bag, and my cousins were just shooting each other Roman candles, right? And you just wore extra clothing. You wore, if you wanted to wear them. Some of us didn't. I didn't. And I was already running out, right? And the other side was winning. My other cousins, the older ones were. I had that fucking 25 missile in my bag. I pulled that shit out and lit it up, and I just held it in my hand. And of course, sparks were coming out, but I was like, so I held it, right, and my cousins were looking at me like, what the fuck is he doing? What is that in his hand? And I lit it up, and it's like, I mean, they were just going, and they were like, no, that ended it. That was it. They were like, what the fuck was that? I'll never forget that. I was like, you gotta think outside the box, man, because blackjacks, M90s weren't doing it, fucking Roman candles weren't doing it, rockets weren't doing it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull out the big shit. Like, this is gonna end it. So, bro, the things we did, I know, Josh, the things that we did back then. I mean, and that's the thing that started the whole going to the arcades. And nowadays, kids, when they want to meet up to go to play video games, it's online. It's like this generation has no idea how good we had it. I mean, and you tell them and they roll their eyes like, okay, whatever. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. We had such a good time. We weren't tied into social media. I mean, we're all guilty of it now, right? We're all on YouTube, on Facebook, whatever. But we got out there, we went to the streets, we played with our friends, rode on bikes, went to the park, played basketball. I mean, we were active as kids. You know, we went to the mall and shit. We walked. I used to walk down the street to the bus stop when I lived at my grandpa's house in town. We'd walk I'd go down the street, 2 or 3 blocks, walked, waited for the bus, paid, got a transfer ticket, got on the second bus. None. You know? So, and the thing is like, and this will lead me into my next, is it Segway? Subway. Segway? I always get that wrong. This will lead me to my next topic. Is, shit, let me don't forget. Hold on. So, fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I'd go 2 blocks, walk, pay my 50 cents, 25 cents, got a bus transfer so I can get on the second bus. So you didn't have to pay, you get a transfer ticket. And they'd punch it or whatever. They'd have it marked so it's only good for that day. And, go to the mall. Damn, I was going to say something, guys. Let me see if I can remember. Damn it, what was it? Let me go back on the things here. Maybe things we did back in the day. None. There's a lack of social skills because everyone's online behind a monitor instead of... Yes, exactly, Lucky. Frank's digital deprived. He does get to watch 6 o'clock news with me though. So that's good. It's bonding time. You know, it's the time that you make to bond with your kids. You're making memories. You're making those memories, right? By not being locked in the house, by not just being in front of the freaking computer. Oh shit, what's going on here? Oh man.